Okay, good.
Wow.
Here's a good one. Blue
Sit down.
M&Ms.
Careful, Laura.
I know she's blue M&Ms in college.
Yeah.
What was your story?
Let's share. Go outside.
You fed people blue M&Ms.
Right by the doors, you go outside.
They looked like blue M&Ms, but they weren't.
You're gonna share.
They weren't.
Right.
I'll just share.
That and Limburger cheese.
See,
There's some.
you can't depend on any of the stories I told you.
They weren't real.
I might have had a little.
It was something that when people ate and then they went to the restroom.
Oh. How do you know that story?
You told me. I remember it. Every time I eat a blue M&M, I make sure it's a blue M&M.
All right, tell the story.
It wasn't a funny story. It was M&Ms are come in all kinds of colors.
Uh-huh.
And there's a from the chem lab. There's a blue thing looks just like an M&M for coloring blue. And whatever you put them in, they colored it blue.
Uh-huh.
And M&Ms were big in college. And you know how you are. You had a package of candy. You put it on the desk. The guy next to you took a couple. Next to you had a couple. So, yeah. Package of M&Ms. And they mixed maybe 3 or 4 of these blue M&Ms with them. Only they weren't M&Ms.
What'd you put in them?
I've forgotten what it was.
But it made him go to the bathroom?
No, it just turned your mouth blue. It's so dark blue that they opened your mouth. It was just a black.
That's so funny.
In city class.
Do you want to sit
Is
there?
that the story?
Yeah, and then what'd you do with the cheese?
Cheese.
Limburger cheese. Stinky cheese.
I don't remember that. Oh, it's Limburger cheese. I mean, if I pull a trick on somebody, they'd probably do this now. Limburger cheese is very odoriferous.
Yeah?
They take Limburger cheese and warm it up in their hands and like a putty and wrap it around the light bulb. A Limburger cheese smells bad, but really not bad until you heat it up. So they have this cake of Limburger cheese around the light bulb. Guy'd walk into his room, flip on the light. After about 10 minutes, what's the smell? Knowing they didn't have the smell when he got it.
Oh my God.
They got LED bulbs now. It take forever.
Right.
That's right.
But halogens, real fast.
Yeah.
Most we've done is just lined the floors of our dorm with French fries to make it look like a road.
Oh,
We bought a bunch of French fries, and for some reason no one ate them because not for no reason because they were terrible French fries.
Nice.
So what we did is we just lined them on the floor like in a dotted yellow line, up and down the stairs, like through every hallway.
That's disgusting. Girls don't carry on like that, do they?
No. But Sadie has lots of stories. It wasn't until just last year that I found out that you weren't a cook in the Navy.
I wasn't comfortable.
You thought he was a cook?
He told me he was a cook.
Chief cook and bottle
He
washer.
makes the best scrambled, doesn't he
I
make
think
good
you were
scrambled eggs?
arguing why it should be okay for you to make something for yourself to eat at the time, and she wanted to cook for you, and you said I was a cook at the Navy. It's okay.
Makes the best scrambled eggs.
It might have been, the only other thing I can think of is like that first time I came to your house for Thanksgiving. And you had made the turkey, and you were the one in the kitchen and
Oh,
the
he
stove
always- he
and
does
with
the
the
turkey.
oranges.
He does the turkey.
And I think maybe that's where it came
And
from.
you asked, where'd you learn to cook?
Where did you learn to cook?
said
And
in
he
the
said, the Navy. And I said, oh, is that what you
Like
did
what?
in the Navy? And he said, yeah, I was a cook
So
in
you
the
just
Navy.
let it go, yeah.
Never did I ever ask anybody that ever asked me what he did in the military. My kids all thought he was a cook.
He was an officer.
Yeah.
And a gentleman.
He was an engineer.
He was an engineer and an officer.
But didn't he make
Oh, he's chief
delicious
engineer.
scrambled eggs with sugar?
Not in the beginning.
He made scrambled eggs for Laura and Marilyn.
Chief engineer on a
Thought you
destroyer.
put sugar in them, they taste better.
Oh
Ugh.
my God.
And what about when I was pregnant with Laura and I couldn't eat anything, and you thought you'd make dinner, you'd make the meatloaf, and you made a meatloaf with pecans. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh.
Hey, that way when you
It's
hit
the
a
same
piece,
thing. You make one mistake and it lasts for 50 years. 50
Oh my
years, you still
God.
pay.
So
I couldn't look at food and I couldn't look at meat. And he,
I'm still paying for one of my mistakes.
What was it like that when you found out Bobby was pregnant for the first time? Were you nervous? Were you excited?
no, he went out and got drunk.
I don't remember. No, I
See,
got drunk.
didn't get
until
drunk.
Yes, he did get drunk, didn't you?
Later stages. It was the week before you delivered. I got drunk.
He got drunk.
How come you got drunk?
I was tired of listening to Kvetch.
What did he say?
Why
He was
not?
tired of listening to you fetch.
Why do you need a reason?
Yeah, why do you need
That's
a reason?
true.
He,
Yeah.
well, you at Rhoda here, right? You came home drunk and I was so mad. I was so
What was he like drunk?
silly.
I was never nasty.
No.
I wasn't happy.
So what was it like when Andrew came? Were you nervous, happy?
Well, I couldn't quite understand why all the fuss was being made.
We kept him. We took him home anyway.
Yeah.
The first 6 months, there's no relationship with the father. They're the mothers. I mean, you look at them and they all look alike.
He did not look alike.
Yeah, they do. They come out, they all look alike. You can't tell the difference, I
didn't.
swear to God.
He didn't look alike, did he? You could
No,
pick him up in the nursery, right?
You had a full head of hair.
Yeah, he came out with a
And,
little
and,
hairball
and
probably.
long eyelashes.
And a mustache.
It was
No,
the back
guillotine.
hair. When they flipped him, that was the giveaway.
But yeah,
I said, I don't want this monkey
It
bringing
was
my
like,
baby.
oh my goodness, who sewed him that blanket?
What did the blanket?
Oh my goodness, who sewed him a blanket? He sewed his own.
He's about 2
I
years
said,
old.
take him back. Take this monkey back and bring me my. He was gorgeous.
He's about
He
2
had
years
long
old.
eyelashes.
let him talk.
Go ahead, Dave.
He's about 2 years old. And we used to keep him cooped up on the porch. And who knew? Who knew he could get loose? He knew.
Sound like we're talking about a dog.
Right, exactly.
Who knew we could
You
get
wonder
loose?
why I understand them so well.
So we talk about Fred.
Right.
All right, go ahead. You kept him on the porch.
He
We didn't want to bring him in the house.
he decided that everybody was going downtown, so he was going
He was going downtown too.
And he just hopped over the barrier in the porch and started on his way downtown.
With David, was that his name?
Arnold.
Not Kyle. It wasn't Kyle. I think it was
Arnold,
David.
he said.
One of the kids.
Oh, Arnold was the one that caught me.
No, he caught you another time. Minerva Pollock caught you that time.
The interesting thing was that everybody in town knew you. From this head of hair to the eyelashes. Whenever Pollock saw you go by and a 2-year-old kid walking the sidewalk
By himself.
by himself, she knew exactly who he was.
You didn't have a mini briefcase or anything?
That really sounds like a story of a dog getting out.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like you were a dog.
Can you imagine though how dangerous today? But I guess who would stick their kid on their porch alone today? We tend
So,
to-
so what happened? They didn't want to know how the puppy got home.
Who
Well,
brought
you had your tags on, right?
who brought Andrew home?
Minerva Pollock,
She called and I went
Oh,
after
she
them.
went after him.
but she didn't have a cell phone. She had to stop somewhere.
Right, and call. Right. No, I was on the phone and the operator interrupted. I remember that.
They didn't have call waiting back then.
Said an
It's got a
emergency.
busy signal.
And she's Minerva. I don't think you want him walking downtown by himself. No, wait, listen, you had David, I think, or whatever. I said, no.
That's so
But you persuaded David. I'm sure he didn't decide he was going downtown.
David was the kid next door to me?
No,
Yeah.
David was at the corner house.
So you didn't know you were having a boy the first time.
I didn't know having a girl the second time
Right.
either.
So was that bizarre? Like, and it came out it was a boy? Like, we don't do that anymore. We always know.
Not in the Polly
No,
family.
people have
We never
two
It was
sides.
bizarre. It was a girl.
They were all-
That was a girl.
He was a boy, his brother was a boy, and then
His father was a boy?
Wait, his brother was a boy?
His
Bob-
grandfather was a
Bob
boy?
Bob had 3 boys.
His uncle was a boy?
We're an amazing family.
Yeah.
His male dog was a boy?
Can you believe that?
And then
You're all a bunch of assholes, okay?
Laura was the
The
first,
assholes were boys.
If it had a Y chromosome, I don't know.
Laura was the first girl in the Pollock family
This
in
was before we
72
were about
years.
chromosomes,
Oh,
Max.
so was it exciting when Laura came along?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Were you so happy?
Well, we were happy.
He was indifferent about
For
you,
my
but he
father.
was excited for her.
Say it again.
We were happy for my father
Oh, for your father.
because he had passed away.
Your father wasn't alive when Laura was
I
born.
know, shh, he's
Right.
talking.
He had passed away. He died in '66.
She was born September '66.
And all we could think of was Pop was in deathly fear that we would have a girl in the family.
What was he afraid of? That she was going to take over the world?
No, he did.
Julie was the last one.
Oh, they
Julie was
wouldn't.
the last one, right?
One another one like that.
She was nasty.
Oh,
that's
come
so
on,
funny.
nasty's quite an understatement.
Shouldn't talk that way about Julie.
She liked you.
She
made-
liked me.
she
I like
made-
Julie.
She made Bob cry. She was so mean. We invited her to dinner one day, remember?
Yeah.
And she was seated, wherever she was.
Sitting.
Her ass was on a chair on the patio. And Sadie was next to her. And I'm in the kitchen, and all of a sudden, they get up, and they move. And short time later, he comes in without her. And I said, huh, where's Julie? She said to me, take me home. Took her home.
Oh, okay.
She never married, but she wasn't a virgin,
No, I didn't know.
Now you do.
Well, she
She
told,
told us.
She told
She told me
Zadie, yeah.
of her escapades. Some
I
things
was
have been
about
left
19
unsaid,
years old.
You were 19?
especially by your main
19,
man.
20 years old. And I took her out to dinner. New York City, the Roosevelt Hotel. And she drank martinis. About the third martini, she says to me, I bet you often wondered about my sex life. I said, honest, Aunt Julie, I didn't wonder about it. They old enough?
They're old enough.
This is tame compared to her.
Anyway, she proceeded to tell me about the various escapades. I'm trying to figure, I was about 20. So I was 20s. If I was 20 and 30 is 50. 1950. How old was she?
How old was Julie? How much older than Zadie was Julie?
Julie was born in '94.
94?
Yeah.
1894?
Mhm.
Holy cow, I don't know how to do that math. She was born in 1894. How old was she in 1950?
56.
Yeah.
56.
That wasn't that hard. You need to put your hand down.
You really have one.
I could change a Foley though.
That's right.
You didn't
Fully
change it, you
bagged.
just emptied it.
Throw me out.
Use no good with numbers. It's okay, these.
So she was 56. And she told you about her sex life. Anything good? Anything we should know about?
You don't know.
No.
Yeah, we did. It's kind of funny.
No, that was kind of painful at the time. It's gonna be even worse now. You don't want to put him through that.
Okay.
Yeah. So Lee was in New York at that point.
Don't be
I'm
mean.
sure she didn't have a story like that.
You didn't know her. Woo-hoo. Trish didn't know me.
No.
She'd have hated you.
Why?
Because you're a woman and you took Andrew, that's why.
And you're pretty.
I'd have given him back to her.
She hated me. She hated Laura.
She liked me.
She liked Andrew.
Oh, Julie.
Lee.
Who's Lee?
Flora's sister.
The first floor or second floor?
Second Flora.
Second floor sister.
She took Andrew.
There were a lot of
Flora-
maiden aunts in this whole story.
Flora got all the sweetness.
Oh.
And B was sweet, right? And worked and had a
Well, I
fun.
wouldn't call her sweet.
I didn't know B.
She was.
Flora B and
Lee.
Lee.
Flora B and Lee.
She liked
Sounds like a law firm.
Well, B is Beatrice.
She liked Andrew, and she took Andrew to the circus. And in the year that we took Laura to the circus, we no sooner walk in, and what did she say? Oh, the circus was much better when I took Andrew, right? I mean, it was like, oh.
But B worked. She had like a full time.
And Lee waited on her hand and foot.
Who did B work for again?
A buying firm.
Macy's.
No.
No?
No, you know, if you're buying for,
She earned the money, right?
yeah, if you're buying for a big firm, like Macy's or something, it's no problem negotiating. But if you're buying for some little dress shop out in Peoria, you never knew what the price was. So they had buying firms that bought for various companies throughout the country. And the buying firms themselves constituted enough volume to make a dent and negotiate. She operated for one of them.
All businesses put out of business by the internet.
She took me to see
Exactly.
Lawrence of Lakeview.
Exactly. Can I have a
I'm gonna get a drink, I'll be right back.
Lee used to live at 433 West 34th Street.
Why do you?
Between 9th and 10th Avenue.
Used to go visit them.
Is it still there?
Used to go
Yes,
for
it's
training.
still there. You want to
Yeah,
hear?
I'd get my ass over there.
So wait,
we
Target
want to hear
Market,
this one?
Target with
So
About 10.
Zadie, they owned the apartment in New York City, and
I was rent
when
controlled. We
No, they
had
didn't
a
own it.
lease.
well, they had the lease, whatever, and it was a dangerous neighborhood, and she really like grabbed us getting in and out of her neighborhood, and there was a story that you might about a model who was slashed in the
Oh, yeah,
face.
yeah.
That was her building.
Hanson?
Wow.
Anyway,
That building?
So we kept saying, save the apartment, save the apartment. They're like, it's not saving it. It's a dangerous neighborhood. We're getting rid of this apartment. They got rid of it. Guess what's going up across the street from the apartment now in New York City? Take the glass up, Andrew. Neiman Marcus.
First name
Wait,
of
where
Marcus
is
in
it
New York
located?
City.
First Neiman Marcus.
433 West 34th Street.
Between 9th and 10th, along the water there, along the river.
Oh, the
there.
Lower West Side.
No,
No.
upper west side.
Midtown.
Midtown, west side, yeah.
Not far
Oh,
from
yeah.
Macy's.
But on the water, like near where the movie theater is. And,
No, there's all kinds of warehouses over there.
oh.
But we could have bought the
It's like-
apartment for what?
The Pier.
Yes.
whatever, yeah.
Here, yes.
Couple $100,000.
Port Authority.
But you,
No, Port Authority's in Baltimore.
but
No, there's a
Port,
Port
yeah,
Authority.
Port Authority is a little bit further north of that, a little bit further uptown.
but you know, for $100,000,
There's
we could have had an apartment in the
That's
Ritz
different.
Carlton. Never got it.
Nowadays, shut up.
Condo.
Shut up.
Bought a condo for $100,000.
In the Ritz Carlton.
Excuse me.
I wonder what it's worth today, huh?
Where's the Ritz-Carlton?
A few million.
Where'd you get Ritz-Carlton?
The Ritz Carlton in Chicago. I want you to buy an apartment, remember?
Yeah. You know what?
right back.
Very dehydrated.
Like, did you go to the coffee last night?
If you're gonna buy an apartment like that, make sure you don't have any friends.
They'll all come live in it.
They'll all come live
Or one like ours. Too small.
it. What?
Too small.
Do you want to try to eat some of those things with your pill in it? The
I'm
applesauce?
joking now.
I know.
I got it.
Give them a break.
Okay.
That's right. Either. There's a tissue.
Right behind it. Can you? Do it a switch. You're in the do seat.
The do?
I'm fine.
Okay.
What am I doing?
No, then I'm just
I already
saying.
did.
You should probably just do things before they ask you to do it.
Did I get everything all dirty here?
It doesn't matter.
Nothing's dirty, is
They
it?
won't notice. They're picking on me.
I think I got shin splints from standing on the sidelines. Is that possible? I don't think it is. Probably.
Did you win today?
No, we lost in double overtime.
Because she wasn't playing.
Because everybody was sick.
No.
So you gonna play
Not because
against
everybody's
Lawrenceville?
sick, it's 'cause everybody's sick.
No.
Not at all.
It's next Saturday, so no.
That sucks.
You only play when it's Saturday?
We play Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Oh.
So we have a game on Wednesday too.
So do I.
Cool.
But it's not like a game.
So,
Betty.
the Abrams family lived in New York City.
Yeah, I don't know much about that.
You don't
Yeah.
know much about Flora's parents?
No.
They had passed away.
Yeah, they died about the time I was born.
Floor 2 or floor 1?
Well, floor 2, floor 1. But, I asked Mickey sometime what she knew.
Who's Mickey?
Howard's son. Who's Howard?
Daughter,
Who's Howard?
daughter.
You know, you ought to call Mickey.
I think we told Mickey
I don't know if you did or you didn't.
and Joni.
Yeah, tell Johnny.
I don't know
One's-
these people.
Flora 1's siblings, children.
You don't know a lot of things.
So Flora 1's siblings' children are your first cousins.
Yes. Mickey and Joni.
Did you, where were
Mickey
Flora
and Joni.
ones?
Mickey's a girl.
Mickey's a girl and Joni's a girl. And where are they?
Mickey lives in New Haven
Uh-huh.
and Joni lives in California. Do you remember at your bar mitzvah, Joan came with her son? Oh God, I can't think of his name. I
I
think
can
he
never
was a
think of
little,
it either, right?
and he smelled bad. What was his Paul? Paul.
And what was Dick's relationship to?
Okay, Dick's mother,
They were not related, huh?
no, they weren't. Dick's mother's brother. Dick's mother's sister. Yeah,
Dick's aunt.
Dick's aunt.
Dick's mother's sister.
But Charlotte
Well,
wasn't
Charlotte's.
related, huh?
What?
Just close friends, and Charlotte and Uncle Al.
Who is Charlotte now?
Just close friends.
Close friends.
Okay, so
Who
Charlotte
else
and
is
Al are
close
close
friends?
friends.
He remembers the
Who are
address
close friends
of
of.
that one lady.
These
Flora
are people I've
number
never
one.
met.
Remember
These are
anything?
people I've never met. I used to go to Annalise Place every month in the summertime. The so Charlotte and Al were
Flora.
friends,
My birthday. November 26th.
and they were friends of Dick's aunt. And Dick in the okay, and so that's how Dick was related to you. The so Dick was in the Coast Guard.
Yeah,
Right.
He retired, I'm sure.
I remember all this.
that's right.
I met him a couple times,
And he has two daughters.
and I met his daughters.
But did you know the first Flora's parents growing up at all?
No, because they died right around the time he was
Around
born.
the time I was born.
Same
What,
around the time she did.
No kidding.
what were Flora's siblings again?
Flora's siblings,
First floor.
first Flora,
Aunt Mabel.
Aunt Mabel, who was rich. Uncle Irving, who changed his name to Ed. Uncle Aaron, who lived in Cleveland. Who else? Uncle Howard.
Howard, right.
Did you see them growing up as you grew up? Did you
Yeah,
have,
time to time, yeah.
and what was their last name?
Aaron Davis. They were Davises.
There were Abrams.
Abrams.
Abrahams.
Abrahams.
Right. Same name,
Abraham Pollock married Flora Abrahams.
right? It's hanging on the wall downstairs.
But we never kept in touch with any of her siblings.
How did my father go?
You want your pillow, Hud?
He didn't get along too well.
You want your pillow?
Yeah.
It fell right behind.
You getting tired, honey?
Well, you're gonna put me to sleep.
No.
No.
He just
No,
has
not
to-
too much, Andrew.
Not too much behind his.
That's okay. I'm just trying to get it enough so it doesn't
Andrew?
fall.
Okay.
Don't sit in his applesauce. Do you take his pills?
No. Doesn't want to.
So what was the worst thing that Andrew did when he was a kid?
What's the worst thing I did?
Was he a good kid? Was he a naughty kid? Was he a troubly kid?
No.
No.
He, in characteristics, was very much like my father. When he walked into the room, he owned it,
Church.
took charge.
Did I do that?
Yeah, kind of, yes. Can you turn the beepers off? Does that-
I don't notice that.
I never considered it in a bad way.
Remember?
What was the worst thing you did that your dad didn't know about, Andrew?
That's hard.
He's not telling.
Pick one.
That's a hard thing. Yeah.
That he needs to know about or should never ever know about.
Well, it's funny because I'd like to know, because I'd like to know, like, what you think he didn't know that he actually did know.
Wow.
Did you and Stephen Kalish used to set off firecrackers or something,
Oh
Stephen?
yeah, we did.
What did you used to do?
Yeah, we had a bunch of firecrackers in them
You
80s.
have a lot of firecrackers in your room.
Still?
Yeah.
We should probably be careful with those.
Did you
Like
behave?
a lot.
Like a lot of explosives.
There's
in
like a
there.
lot of explosives in your room.
Could you get rid of it?
Like an absurd amount.
They're still upstairs?
There's a ton of explosives up there.
Absurd.
You're kidding!
I'm not kidding you.
Knives.
Well, there we go.
Oh my God!
So there's one thing you didn't know about your son.
Where are they?
Did you know he used to?
His little thing next to his
It's
bed.
not like they're hidden.
Did you know he used to sneak out the window and go to the firehouse?
Is there a window?
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
How did you do that?
What firehouse?
Goodwill's.
Goodwill.
Seriously, he could blow up our house.
Can we go get them?
No, not right now. We'll send the robot in later. What about Laura? What was the worst thing Laura did?
Call her mother a bitch.
Once in 50 how many years? Please.
Gosh, I do it weekly and I don't even get in trouble.
She was good.
Okay, what was the worst thing you did that your dad didn't know about?
Stuff like that.
I get to ask the questions here.
Listen, Patty.
I'm the captain now.
I am the captain now. So what was the worst thing you ever did that your dad doesn't know about?
We ain't sailing the Patty ship. Not
All right,
happening.
Sadie, what's the worst thing you did that you never told us about?
Worst thing I did.
That nobody ever knows about?
I don't know. That's a nice thing about getting to this stage of your life.
You forget all the bad stuff.
You forget it, or you automatically give yourself a pass.
Mhm.
I give myself lots of passes all along the way.
What's your favorite story with Bubby that you can repeat with your grandchildren?
I guess Andrew was there when I ran into the glass wall. It's not funny. Could've
Good
killed
story.
myself.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna get that. You're gonna tell us when I ask you these
I
questions.
really don't.
You know.
No.
That was a pretty good story.
What was
You
your
heard that
first
story.
patent
First patent,
that you had?
oh, it had to do with the design and the measurements. For the O-ring. The O-ring dimensions. And the suction line. It's a complicated thing.
Mm-hmm. You're tired, Zadel. You want to take a nap?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm running for-
Come on, guys.
You wanna rest?
Yeah, he's tired.
Do you want to